Hello YouTube and welcome Diecast enthusiasts. Today I thought we'd take a look at some Majorettes. Now I don't display my Majorettes, I haven't got an awful lot of them, but I keep them in a plastic container. These are all approximately, I would say, between 20 and 30 years old, so I don't know if you would count them as being vintage, but obviously from the point of view of diecasts that are produced today, they would be. The Majorette was founded in 1961 by a guy called Emile Veron, and he was from the family that also created the brand Norev, and when you spell the word Veron and reverse it, it spells Norev. They started producing diecasts in the mid-60s, and it's remained part of their family for a number of years, but in actual fact in about 2010 I believe, the German company Simbadicki Group took them over, so a French company, Majorette, is actually owned by a German company now. And of course a number of companies that produce diecast models have produced lots of different castings and scales, but also a lot of different companies have taken them over the years, such as Corgi and lots of other different brands, so they do change in ownership quite frequently. Now this one here on the turntable is a Peugeot, and it's a 205 GTI, and it's a 1/53rd scale. Now these were branded as 3-inch models, but the actual size, some of them vary, but they're between 2.5 and 2 3/4 inches approximately. But as I say, this is a 1/53rd scale, and it is quite a nice little model. It's got lensed little acrylic headlamps there. It's in good condition for the year. Some of these were produced in a backing card like a Hot Wheels, or a blister pack that had a white plastic base and a clear blister pack top, and others were produced in a thin clear acrylic case, and also quite a few were produced with either caravans or boat trailers or horse boxes. Some were produced with canoes, so the ones here that show tow bars could have in actual fact been part of a set that was towing, as I say, a trailer of some sort. But I have got some trailers, but they're packed away separately somewhere, so I'm just showing you the actual cars today. So this one, as I've said, is the Peugeot 205 GTI in this quite nice silver colour with the red trim, and as you can see, and as I said just a moment ago, it is in good condition for the age of the vehicle. So we'll take a look at another one. And this one is a Autobianchi A112, and this is also in 1/53rd scale. Now it's got the A112 graphics there. This one hasn't got any lens headlights, it's just part of the moulding with maybe a darker red highlight for the lights. Obviously they wouldn't normally be red, and the base showing the black bumpers and skirting going along the bottom edge obviously form part of the chassis. along with the interior, but that's quite a nice little model with an opening tail. Quite popular, these little Autobianchis. Coming up next is a Fiat Abarth, and again this has got an opening tailgate there, as you can see, and in a similar way this has got the black bumpers front and rear, which will form part of the chassis and the interior. It's got very small little acrylic headlights, but no detail on any rear lights at all. But again, nice model, in good condition. A little bit of paint loss on the top of the tailgate there where it's been opened and closed, but other than that it's pretty clean really. Now here we have a Renault 11, and this is 1/54th scale. Incidentally, most of these cars I'm showing you, there's 12 here, apart from one, they're all European. So there's quite a lot of French cars here. Being a French company, they did specialise in a lot of French vehicles. But yeah, you can see the Renault 11 graphics there on the bonnet, or the hood if you prefer. Very small little lensed headlights. We've got moulded lights at the back in the casting, but no painted detail. We've got a sunroof there that has got an opening and closing little clear acrylic piece, and that is probably, I think, in slightly tinted yellow. Although it's a yellow interior, the windows I think are clear. Just take that off and just show you. Yeah, so we've got just a clear sunroof there. So again, that's a nice model in good condition. Tow bar again, so may well have been part of a set. Looking at the models I'm seeing, they've all got tow bars, so they wasn't maybe necessarily part of a set, but could be used in conjunction with other sets that were produced with trailers. So I would imagine, from the point of view of a play value, that's how they were done or produced. Coming along next, you will recognise this anyway, and it's the Mercedes 300 TE in this quite nice metallic light blue. Again, this one's got sort of acrylic headlamps with a chrome grille, and the front and rear bumpers is in a grey plastic to match the interior. Well, the interior of course forms part of the base, but that's quite a nice little Mercedes model. Next one, another French vehicle, this. Not in such good condition. Got quite a few paint chips on this one, but it's the Citroen CX, and this is in 1/60th scale. We've got doors opening on this one with the white interior. Now the base forms part of the headlamps as well, which is so they're not lensed or painted. But again, a nice little model. Another French vehicle here, and this is the Peugeot 604 in this metallic blue, and this is 1/60th scale. Again, similar to the Mercedes or the Citroen we just looked at, it's the metal base forms the parts of the bumpers and headlamps. These have all got metal bases, by the way, which I do like. The older vehicles with metal bases, you always feel like you're getting a more defined model, and obviously the weight being heavier, it just feels much better. This one looks like it's got the opening hood. I may just try and open that. Yes, so we can, not an awful lot of engine detail in there, but at least it's an opening part which does open and close quite well, not like some of the current M2s. So that's the Peugeot. This one here is a Simca 1308. This is like a hatchback, and it's in a nice blue, again in very good condition really for the year. We've got sort of acrylic headlamps, no painted detail on the rear lights. No opening parts on this one. But again, a nice model, and a Simca, they're not produced so heavily in castings from different manufacturers, so it's nice to have a Simca. Here we have a German, of course, BMW. Now this one was produced with a trailer, and it was a horse box with a horse inside the box as well, and you can tell from the logo on the bonnet perhaps that that's what it was used for. And this is called the BMW 733. Now I know the BMW 7 Series, and they were a lot longer, so I'm not too sure really on the actual scale of this. It looks more like a 5 Series, but it's definitely a 733 from the point of view of the base, so that's what we'll stick with. In its 1/60th scale, this one, and it's got opening front doors, driver and passenger doors. Again, nice detail. This will be, as I've said, 20 or more than likely 30 years old, so they've been kept very nice. Mainly because I don't take them out at all, they're just kept in the plastic case. This one here is the Renault 18, and again this is in the 1/60th scale, and this was produced with a Caravan, and if the set was carded with the Caravan, they are worth quite considerable money now. I may well have the Caravan, but of course I haven't got any that are sealed on cards or in blister packs. But this is a nice model. I like it in the blue and a very nice clean white interior there. And we've got obviously the deflector fitted on top of the roof, so when it is towing it can be a little bit more efficient with fuel. And we've got some nice little lensed headlamps there along with a black grille. So yeah, that's a nice model. We've only got two more to show. And this one here isn't the European one. This one's a Honda Accord, and it's in 1/59th scale, this one. Now again, for this size I don't think there's been too many Honda Accords, and it's got yellow lensed headlamps for this one, and again the metal base forms the part of the front and rear bumpers. Quite a red interior, so the red and the yellow do clash quite a lot, but with the interior, the plastic interior there, also that forms part of the rear light cluster. So another nice model, again clean for its year, nice condition. We've got one more to show. And this is the Saab Turbo, and this one is 1/62nd scale. Again very clean in this metallic blue. Now I don't know if this would be the Saab 900. That's what it looks like to me, but it looks quite smart with the turbo text running through the doors there. No opening parts on this one, and yet again the metal base forms part of the front and rear bumper. But Saabs are a very popular casting. They seem to have quite a big following, especially in some of the 1/43rd scales. So yeah, this was the final model. So as I've said, I've shown 12 of these. You could maybe loosely call them vintage Majorettes today. And if I come across the plastic box containing some of the trailers that I've got, I may well try and do a video and marry up some of the cars with the trailers, and we can take a look at those. But I would just like to end this video by saying thanks for watching, and take care and stay safe, and bye for now.